signed, but a big bulk of the free agents have been signed. So getting into a little bit of a closer look on the next NBA season coming up. Also, with the rookies loaded into NBA 2K21, we are going to be doing a simulated season for NBA 2K21. Just see maybe where 2K sort of ranks these teams on everything like that. So right now I'm just giving you guys a little sneak peek and look. So also this isn't like a official 2K sort of I guess roster. This is a man-made human roster. So no, I didn't make this myself. I downloaded this roster, so if some of the overalls or positions look weird or out of position or something like that, again, this isn't my roster, so I do apologize. I didn't mess with any of the rotations or settings or anything like that. These are just what happened when I downloaded them. So again, I apologize if something weird happens. But taking a look at all these teams, a lot of them look very, very, very good. You can see a lot of them, a majority of them, their contracts are all good. Some of them are weird or off or something like that. But as you can see, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, other rookies are in the game now, which is super dope. Very excited to see how well they do in the 2K Sim engine, how well they progress and stuff like that. I'm showing you guys that Rondo was on the Atlanta Hawks. I totally love that pick for Atlanta with Rondo and Trae Young. Man, that's Trae Young better have a notebook every practice when he comes in, because he's definitely going to be hopefully learning a lot. One thing I very much do apologize for, I totally blanked out when I ran past it when I was making this sort of a recording, was that Klay Thompson is not hurt. Also, here's some of the free agents that are still not signed that need to go somewhere, but I'm obviously just going to let 2K just figure that out for themselves. But I don't think any of these players are going to make or break a team. So, yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, Klay Thompson is not hurt in this game, but in real life, obviously, very, very, very sadly, he's out for the season. It looks like again. So I forgot to turn him, I guess, down or off, take him out, and I totally apologize for that. So again, that's definitely one thing I definitely forgot to do, but that's okay. That's totally fine. But yeah, I thought this would be a very fun idea to do for you guys. I think I will be playing Spider-Man, Miles Morales here very soon for you guys. I'm sure there's probably a lot of other people who've already done it, but obviously for my channel, I'd like to give it a try, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. I really hope you guys are doing well. Also, if you didn't know, I did post a top 10 small forwards listing video yesterday, last night. So if you have not seen that video, make sure you guys check it out. I know you guys are very big fans of the top 10 videos, and it seems like not a lot of people saw that one. So if you guys are interested in another top 10 video, which it seems like a lot of you guys always ask for them, it's right down before this video. So thank you guys so much for checking that out as well. Taking a look here onto Portland, obviously it says I have like Portland selected, but no, this isn't a Portland rebuild, Portland this, Portland that. No, it's not a Portland video. It's just the team I selected, I guess. So everything, I'm not doing anything. I'm not rotating. I'm not doing the rotations. I am letting the 2K sort of sim engine to do trades and stuff like that. And if I find like a super easy trade for Portland, I will take it. But if it's one that I don't think is nice, then I'm not gonna take it. But I'm letting other teams do trades and stuff, because obviously that's realistic. Trades happen all the time, and signings and people getting released and stuff. So I'm gonna let 2K do that for themselves. But yeah, it seems like Portland's doing pretty good so far. Obviously, Portland being one of now, knock on wood, we know how Portland is sometimes, but it seems like they are one of the deepest teams in the league now, which is something you could not have said any other time on any other Portland team. But it's looking pretty good, pretty good. Obviously, Portland doesn't have the star power probably as a lot of teams, because obviously Damian Lillard is a superstar in itself, but his running mate CJ McCollum has been very plateauy, hasn't really ascended into anything super crazy, but he's a very good player. And obviously with Yusuf Nurkic and all the other players they have around him, it's a very, very, very nice team. So that's very exciting if you are a Portland fan. We are obviously going to be taking a look at all the other teams as well, and how well they are doing, and that's going to be very, 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 very exciting too. Seeing how, I guess, they are portrayed to do, points Whiteside was actually signed to the Cavs. And the Cavs want to give me Hassan and Kevin Love for CJ. That's pretty funny. I'm definitely going to decline that, but why would the Cavs sign Hassan Whiteside if the Cavs have already Andre Drummond? So they'd have Drummond and Hassan Whiteside. That's definitely not a good tandem. Gallinari for CJ. Wow, that's actually a pretty interesting one, but well, that'd be interesting for Atlanta Hawks because CJ and Trae Young, that'd be a very, very, very nice backcourt in my opinion. We are almost to the trade deadline, and Portland is looking really nice actually. Wow, Fred VanVleet, according to this sort of roster, is the same overall as CJ McCollum. Wow, that's a pretty big accomplishment for sure. That is pretty crazy. Okay, trade deadline. Let's take a look here at the current standings in the league, and oh wow, okay, so the LA Lakers are still the number one team in the Western Conference. It looks like whoever made this roster made LeBron the point guard, so they have Schroeder at the 2 and Kuzma starting at small forward. That's interesting. Oh wow, they made a trade for Joe Ingles. Who did they trade? I'm trying to think. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, they also have the Wesley Matthews deal and Marc Gasol deal as well. Then you have us, the Portland Trailblazers, just a typical Portland Trailblazers roster. Obviously, because you saw I didn't make any trades, but man, the team is so deep. I don't think Derrick Jones Jr. or Harry Giles are getting minutes. That's pretty funny, but third in the Western Conference. Oh my God, they're not even starting Lonzo. That's crazy. Is the Pelicans with their boy Steven Adams, but yeah, Lonzo is coming off the bench. That's really sad. If you saw earlier, there was a trade for Lonzo Ball, but obviously not going to be taking that, but that's super crazy. And you also have the regular Dallas Mavericks who have acquired, I think, Josh Richardson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jay Crowder. Wait, no, Jay Crowder's on the Sun. Wow, they made a trade, I think. Yeah, I think they made a trade. That's kind of cool. Then again, I totally forgot about the Klay Thompson part right here, but they have Eric Pascal, I think it's Pascal, as a starting small forward, and they have Wiggins and Kelly Oubre coming off the bench. God, that's just, I don't know what their coach is doing, but James Wiseman doing pretty good, almost averaging a nice double-double there, nice 10 points and a couple rebounds there. It's very nice. Then we have the Nuggets. The Clippers, not off to a very hot start, but I think they'll get back into it with their boy Serge Ibaka now on that team, Luke Kennard as well. It's very, 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 very exciting. The Spurs are actually doing a lot better than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be sort of a bottom feeder team, but they're actually doing pretty well. And their rookie, Devin Vassell, in my opinion, definitely should be getting more minutes than that. The Houston Rockets are out of the playoffs. It looks like Memphis. Oh wow, the Phoenix Suns. See, a lot of people were trying to think that Phoenix were going to be an instant lock for the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a very good team, and they definitely have a very good chance, but it's definitely not a lock, and it looks like in 2K they're doing pretty bad. That's kind of sad. Oh my God, in Utah, jeez. Oh no, Donovan Mitchell is doing perfectly fine. I think it's probably just the people around him. Oh, okay, the Lakers traded Contavious Caldwell-Pope for Joe Ingles. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, that's probably why. Rudy Gobert, barely 10 points a game. His rebounds are looking really good, and his blocks per game are the highest they've ever been, but he can't really be a second, of a duo. We only scored 10 points. Anthony Edwards is doing pretty well over there in the little town of, well, I guess not little, but the city of Minnesota. That's pretty dope. And I think the last team in the NBA is the Oklahoma City Thunder, well, at least for the Western Conference. They're looking pretty rough, but Shea's doing amazing, and obviously if he develops, that's all they really need to do. At the Eastern Conference, yeah, you can see it's the Knicks, but OKC is actually the worst team in the league. Obi Toppin, playing very well. Really like to see that. It looks like they have a small forward, which is interesting. Taking a look here at LaMelo Ball. Okay, so he went up in overall 78, and he's doing pretty good, it looks like, but as you can look over here, the shooting percentages are horrendous. Pretty bad. The Pacers, the Bulls, obviously I'm going in reverse order right now. Oh, the Hawks are not doing that as hot as I thought they were going to be doing. Obviously with a lot of other, scores on the team, you can see Trae Young has taken a little bit of a step back, but they did sign Bogdanovich. Obviously the Kings match it, then the Kings keep Bogdanovich, but I guess we'll is that I'm not entirely sure why Drew Holiday is only an 83 overall in this roster. He definitely should be more than that. And Giannis is only averaging 22 points per game. That's very odd. That's very, very, very odd. And the Wizards, oh my god, I just realized, yeah, they're shot up in the standings. So they have Rui at the 3, Omari Spellman, Clint Capella, wait, Mitchell Robinson. How did they get Mitchell Robinson? Did I miss something? Oh, okay, so they traded Thomas Bryant and Wagner for Mitchell Robinson. That is such a New York Knicks move to trade that great player like that. That's crazy. But in the playoffs, more deep in, you have the Orlando Magic. Oh, and they traded for Gordon Hayward. Oh, wow. He's playing really well, too. That would be an amazing pickup for Orlando, for sure. Who do they trade? They still have Isaac. They still have Mo. Oh, Fournier. Okay, so they traded for Evan Fournier, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Nets, obviously, with KD and Kyrie doing absolutely perfectly fine. It looks like Kevin Durant is doing nice, shooting a beautiful percentage of the seams. And it seems like they didn't really trade anyone. That's awesome. They did get Ricky Rubio, which is surprising. Definitely made a trade somewhere with the Timberwolves. Then you have the Boston Celtics at the second seed and the first seed in the Eastern Conference is the 76ers with Patrick Beverley, which that's definitely not a real life trade, but a 2K trade for sure. Wow. So there was actually a lot of shakeups. Let's actually take a look here at the trades and stuff that kind of went down. Yeah, Ricky Rubio. Yeah, that makes sense. For Taurean Prince, wow, that's definitely a steal. Jeremy Lamb. That's pretty nice for the Hawks. Joe Ingles, yeah, for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. That definitely saw that one as well. It definitely looked like there were a lot more trades when I was looking through the rosters, but apparently there weren't that many. Seth Curry as well for Mario Hezonja. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Gordon Hayward and oh wow, okay, that's actually a pretty nice trade. Hayward for Fournier. I mean, I think they're both pretty similar of players, so I guess that's sort of a win-win in my opinion. And then yeah, here's the one for Clint Capella. That's pretty crazy for sure. Yeah, Bertans, yikes, man. He's not even getting minutes on that team, but I guess they decided to trade him. But alas, we will get ready for the rest of the simulation and simulating the rest of the regular season. I'm really excited to see where 2K does in the playoffs. We all know that 2K is something that's very crazy with its sort of randomness in the playoffs. I've had 8 seeds make the playoffs. I've never think I've seen an 8 seed win the championship before, though, in just a regular simulated, sort of season where I'm not controlling the team. But I guess we'll see something pretty crazy. Usually, sometimes 2K is pretty close in inaccuracy, but they always throw in some oddball things here and there. I mean, when I say it's close, I really mean that they're close with the sort of playoff predictions for teams. But when it actually comes down to this series, those things are very random. But they're a lot of fun to just look at, and I hope you guys just enjoy this really laid back video. Again, if you haven't watched my top 10 video, which was a lot of fun to make, I made that one, or I talked about the free agency. It was a video before. I think I've uploaded for almost like 2 weeks straight, so hopefully you guys appreciate the grind I'm sort of being on. I think I've only missed like 2 days out of like the past month of me uploading on YouTube, so I really love to feel the appreciation, and you guys are very sweet about it, and I really do appreciate you guys as well. I think we're almost to the end of the season. I think it's still in 2K in 82 game season, if I'm not mistaken, but obviously in real life it's a 72. They're down 10 games, which I think is where the NBA regular season should be from now on until forever. I think 82 games is too long. Players don't really like playing back-to-backs, and that's actually pretty annoying, but as you can see here, LeBron James wins MVP. LaMelo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. That seems like something that can definitely happen for sure. That's awesome. Sixth Man of the Year, Spencer Dinwiddie. Again, a very big thing that can happen. nods as the Coach of the Year, which is pretty dope. So we have Luka first team, Giannis first team, AD first team, and Nikola Jokic on the first team as well. Dame Dalla, wow, All NBA second team with Harden, Simmons, and Cat with Kawhi as well. Not Kawhi, Cat is doing very well. And then we have another look at the All NBA third teams. Now I think I am going to show you guys the league leaders and stats, just also because that's also a fun thing to look at as well in 2K. So taking a look here at the regular season league leaders, we had James Harden actually lead in scoring. We have Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal, Booker, Curry, Jokic. Wow, Jokic is very high up there, top 10 in scoring. That's actually pretty surprising. And wow, that's a nice jump from Zion. Zion could arguably be the most improved player, and that's crazy. Players are scoring in bunches nowadays, and it looks really nice. Taking a look here at the league leader in rebounds and steals, looking pretty good. Damian Lillard actually led the league in 3 points made, and Curry led the league in 3 points attempted. So, oh my God, Kevin Durant, man. I said this before in my small forward top 10 video if you haven't watched it, but Kevin Durant, man, is one of the most efficient scorers of all time. He can get a bucket whenever, but as I showed you guys there, I totally forgot about Klay Thompson not being available next year. But taking a look at the playoffs, we actually had Portland as a 1 seed, which I don't think is going to happen this next season. Going up against Memphis, the Denver Nuggets against the Clippers, the Pelicans and the Warriors, wow, and the Lakers and the Mavericks. That's a pretty nice set of 8 teams. And over at the East, Boston and Wizards actually snuck into the playoffs. Orlando, Miami, Nets, Toronto, and the 76ers and the Bucks. So simulating the first round, I'm so surprised about the Bucks only being a 7th seed. That's pretty crazy. Oh my God, the Warriors! Wow. Okay, so the Warriors played very well, and the Lakers get upset. Game 7. Lakers get upset. That is crazy. The Clippers don't make it out of the first round. Man, this is, like I said, sometimes in 2K, man, the 2K sim engine be bugging. But this is actually a really interesting first round matchup between the two teams that went against each other last year as well. Then over here you have the Warriors upsetting the Pelicans in the first round, which obviously this is not an upset whatsoever, especially since I forgot to get Klay Thompson out of there. That's pretty sad. I totally forgot to do that, but not very realistic of me. And also LeBron fumbles the bag, it looks like, against these Dallas Mavericks team, against Luka and Kristaps Porzingis. Now, that would be a very fun matchup to see in real life. I'd definitely pay a nice, pretty penny to watch those games. That's crazy. Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway Jr. carries that team. Man, if Luka doesn't even score plus 20 points per game in that sort of series, man, if you lose, that's just terrible. That's horrible. But it looks like they played a very rough series. Over here, we had the Miami Heat getting bodied by the Orlando Magic, with Gordon Hayward playing phenomenally well. Very efficient as well. That's very nice to see from Gordon Hayward coming back from that big, brutal injury, especially in 2K. Hopefully he can do that in real life as well. I'm very excited to see him in Charlotte. That's going to be really fun to see. But yeah, the Orlando Magic are looking pretty good. The Miami Heat look like they're struggling a little bit, obviously, offensively right there. Brooklyn defeats Toronto, and the Milwaukee Bucks get upset, at least in my opinion, by the 76ers, even though they are a lower seed. Well, let's get on to the second round here with Portland and the Nuggets. And I'm probably going to guess the Warriors are going to win, right? Yeah, okay, wow, okay, whoa, wow, okay. The Western Conference is looking pretty weird. I'm just showing you guys right now, like, no, I didn't mess anything with the settings or anything like that. This is all just 2K being 2K right now. I obviously don't very believe 2K is being very real right now, but again, I'm pretty sure this is because Klay Thompson is in the game. Apologize again for that, but the Warriors could still definitely do something big like this again. I mean, Oubre is really good, Wiggins is really good. They could definitely make a really big, far playoff push, especially if Steph Curry is playing amazing and Draymond Green is playing to where he used to be. But the Orlando Magic's fantasy run is coming to a close now. They got beat by the Boston as well. So we have a Blazers Warriors Western Conference Finals. Again, a rematch, but this time the Blazers are a little bit more stacked, and it looks like they're gonna. Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna sweep. I wonder if 2K just like favors. Well, I wouldn't say that because I've had teams on 2K before way better than this team. Not even like get out of the second round. So I don't know. I was about to say maybe if 2K favors the controller team, but obviously that's not true. But man, 2K's been crazy. But as you can see, it just seems like the very evenly balanced Portland Trail Blazer team is doing very well. Damian Lillard isn't scoring in bunches. Everyone's doing very well. That's pretty impressive. And it looks like the Warriors' depth isn't there like it used to be. Obviously with the the goat Warrior teams with Icky and Lance and all those guys off the bench. It's just not like that anymore. Yeah, as you can see, Damian doesn't need to score like 50 points a game for the Blazers to win a playoff game anymore, so that's really nice. But we have here the Nets and the Celtics. I think the Nets won, did they not? Yeah. Kevin Durant is not playing as well. I don't know why. Also in this simulation, the sort of star players, obviously besides LeBron, didn't really play up to their level, I guess. We had Giannis not playing as well. KD's not doing extremely like crazy. Like I'm assuming he probably will in real life, but it does pretty much suck a lot that for some reason this simulation got kind of whack. But alas, we are in the NBA Finals. The Blazers and the Nets. Let's see who 2K says is going to happen. Again, I'm letting you guys see it's on regular 50. It's all the normal things. So, I mean, obviously, oh god, I swear I didn't touch anything. It's just this is really funny. But in my opinion, I think the Nets would probably beat the Blazers in the NBA Finals if that did ever happen. My god, but yeah, wow. Okay, so 2K picks the Portland Trail Blazers to win the championship. As you can see, it's just I don't know, like the very well balanced Blazer team does very well, and Damian still plays really well. Damian got to Finals MVP, which obviously he would if that ever did happen, which I doubt it ever will. But yeah, everyone just played really well. The Blazer bench in depth and offensive power, plus the defensive capability of Covington and Zach Collins being back and healthy is really nice for them. But we all know that the Nets would definitely destroy Portland if this ever did happen. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I will obviously this isn't my like official like go over for next year. I'm obviously going to wait for a little bit closer to the NBA start, which is I think December 22nd. So look around that time to see my official sort of playoff picks and standing picks and players I think are going to do well next season videos when it's closer to that time. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I think I'm playing a